So you've come. You make me proud. But of course you are one of my men.
Brace yourself, brave souls, as we embark on a spine-chilling quest into the shadows of the PlayStation 1 horror, a crypt of forgotten nightmares. Picture this journey as an expedition into the unknown, where each game is a phantom of the past, beckoning us to unravel its mysteries. On top, imagine a shadowy vault where secrets slumber, a cryptic ode to a cancelled masterpiece, its name whispers in the air, shrouding our expedition with the promise of unparalleled terror. So, tighten your grip on reality, the path ahead holds mysteries that beg to be unfold.
I had stayed too long in my cell, my lair, tormented by inner demons. But I could lament no longer. She needed me. My nightmare was just about to begin.
Buckle up for a wild ride into Nightmare Creatures 2. The story is like a crazy roller coaster through Horror Town. You get your dose of dark folklore, creepy creatures, and enough twist to keep you questioning what's real and what's just messing with your head. It's not just about the survival, it's about keeping your sanity intact in this twisted horror tale. Now, the gameplay is where it gets spicy. Imagine you're in a dance-off, but instead of disco lights, you are dodging through shadows, battling monsters with a heartbeat. Every step you take could be your last, making it more of a strategic ballet than just a hack and slash. The developers managed to capture the good old horror vibes here. Gothic settings, monsters straight out of classic nightmares. It's like a horror movie you get to control. Now, don't expect top-notch graphics, it's like watching your favorite horror flick on a VHS. Sure, it's a bit dated, but that adds to the charm. The visuals might not be cutting edge, but they are like a time machine taking you back to the days when horror games were just finding their legs. If you're into that nostalgic horror feel, this one hits the sweet spot.
This mirror reflects a haunting image of me. This mirror is cold to the touch, a grim reminder of its unyielding quest for my true image.
An unnatural glow emanates from the chamber. Strange machines provide energy, nourishing the creatures cocooned in their sacks.
So, imagine Ridley Scott's Alien, right? Got it? Now, meet Ejar Giger, the mad genius behind the Xenomorph. Darkseid shamelessly dives into his nightmarish world. You are Mike Dawson, stumbling upon a portal to the Dark World, a biomechanical hellscape full of Giger's nightmares. The Dark World, run by the evil ancients, has a craving for our life essence. Lucky for us, Mike can hop between worlds using mirrors. Talk about a weird gig. Darkseid and Alone in the Dark were the OG horror games, laying the groundwork for the survival horror we know today. Darkseid throws you into 3 real-time days, giving you a spare story and cryptic clues. It's like Lovecraft meets Silent Hill, but on a weird 80s vibe. Beware, it's an acquired taste. Now, Darkseid keeps its promise with Giger's art. The Dark World is a grotesque masterpiece with a limited 16-color palette. Mike, our pixelated hero, fits right into the chaos. Despite the wonky animation, the nightmare scenes hit you with a right dose of gruesome. It's like watching a twisted painting come to life. Hold on though, Darkseid's storytelling is about as deep as a puddle. The creepy visuals on the other hand do their job, but then real-time days, wonky puzzles and illogical scenarios come crashing in. It's like a horror soap opera with more confusion than fear. So, while Darkseid looks cool, playing it feels like trying to solve a puzzle in the dark. You might get somewhere, but it will be messy. Back in the days, Alone in the Dark was the OG survival horror way before Resident Evil stole the show. It had that creepy sounds, brain-bending puzzles, and Lovecraftian nightmares that hit differently. The sequels lost some of the scare magic, but here comes the new nightmare, and it's got some tales to tell. Now, you gotta pick your poison, Aline or Edward, on the also cliché Shadow Island. You are chasing mystical tablets and trying to figure out why your body bit the dust. Now, visuals, they are downright stunning, especially in a good old CRT TV. Now picture this, beautiful backgrounds and sharp images that will make your eyes do a happy dance. Yeah, there are some dull spots, but overall it's a visual feast. Oh, and the flashlight? It's not just for finding stuff, it's like a portable get out of my face you creepy creatures tool. The story hits you like a plot twist you never saw coming. It's not just monsters in the dark, it's the mystery that keeps you glued. You're not just fighting creatures, you are uncovering secrets that make your skin crawl. Game controls are decent, not bad, not spectacular, but say goodbye to the good old days of melee combat. Now it's just a shoot or run option. Puzzles? Well, they are so easy you might solve them in your sleep. Enemies? Quick but lacking the boo factor. And let's talk about the saving system. Save anywhere, but if you restart, it's like a deja vu, you are back to square one. This game is surely a decent snack for Resident Evil fans. So imagine a bunch of high school girls playing detective with urban legends, ghosts, and the whole paranormal shebang. That's Twilight Syndrome, a horror series that started when flannel was still cool. Directed by Goichi Suda, the first two hit the PlayStation in '96, and then he bailed to start his own gig. Reunion is like the series' swan song for the PS1. This ain't your typical horror flick, it's a visual novel adventure horror thing. You make choices that decide if you get a good ending, bad ending, or something in between. Wanna know the full story though? Well, you better aim for that best ending bullseye. You gotta keep an eye on that fearometer, a heartbeat monitor that tells you how scared these high school girls really are. Encounter something spooktastic, and those hearts race faster than you running from a horror movie marathon. Shuei Academy, built on a creepy forest with secrets? Yeah, that's the backdrop. And some junior high kids decide to shake the dusty town secrets. And guess what happens at dusk?
I wish I could tell them that all will be well, that the future, after all, is not so terrible. But that is not in my nature. They're very near now, the three in the ship. I know each name, each individual pain. Khan, Matlock, Kenzo. 3 are coming. Only 2 will leave.
Martian Gothic Unification, or as I like to call it, Resident Alien, is Take-Two's attempt at survival horror. It's like they took Resident Evil, threw it in a bit of Mars, and voila, survival horror with a space twist. While it won't make you drop your next replay of Resident Evil 2, it's a decent pit stop for those who crave a different kind of spook in the vast emptiness of Mars. So you're in a Martian colony in 2018, investigating why it went radio silent. Meet your squad: Karn, the military brain, Kenzo, the computer wizard, and Matlock, the biomedical smarty pants. Together they are the Ghostbusters of Mars, minus the proton packs. The gameplay is exactly like Resident Evil. Vacuum tube puzzles are your main headache. And yes, you'll switch characters more than a Netflix binge. Probably this is the highlight and the main feature of the game. The combat? Sure, just shoot some undead Martian creatures. Business as usual. Graphically it's your standard horror affair, spooky corridors, undead creatures, and not much to write home about. The soundtrack though, that's where it shines. Eerie winds and strings set the mood, making you question if Mars is really haunted.
And now, a short commercial break.
What the fuck you want from me this time?
I can't believe this. Listen to me. We're doing this together. I need you. I need you.
For years, they haunted me, even when I was awake. Jenny thought I was crazy, but she agreed to help. We decided to go back to the cabin, back to where it all started. She said it would be good to face my fears. Big mistake.
So you're Ash, the chainsaw-wielding hero with a knack for witty one-liners. The gang's all here, missing pages from the Necronomicon, a kidnapped sweetheart, and a sudden medieval portal. It's Evil Dead alright. For gameplay, imagine Resident Evil's controls decided to crash the Evil Dead party. Dodging enemies becomes your second job because, surprise, ammo is rarer than a friendly deadite. Combat is less boomstick and more frustration fest. Chainsaws help, but fuel? Scarcer than common sense in a horror movie. The main feature is the loyalty to the Evil Dead story. Bruce Campbell's iconic voice delivery shines like a champ. Evil Dead Hail to the King feels like a horror flick where scares are replaced with awkward controls and combat that's more tedious than terrifying. For fans it's a groovy letdown, and for the rest of us, it's a reminder that not all cult classics translate well to pixelated nightmares. Well, if you're expecting a stellar gaming experience, pump those brakes right away. While Devilman not exactly a diamond in the rough, it still got some demonic charm. Surprisingly, the graphics for an old PS1 game are like a pleasant surprise. Bandai did not slack off, delivering a scary atmosphere with characters straight from the Devilman universe. Plus, Devilman's fatalities, top-notch core. Now the sounds? Decent, not a symphony, but it won't make your ears bleed. Bonus points for the FMVs. They are like the Devilman movie we deserved, CG heaven, showcasing our hero, Devilman, going all out on creepy crawlies. But hold on, the gameplay throws a wrench into the demonic machinery. Controls are like dealing with possessed spirits, taking time to get the hang of it. And guess what? You'll be playing as a human, Akira, running from demons with all the grace of a headless chicken before you can unleash your inner Devilman. And the health items? More scarce than a devil in Sunday school. Don't get me started on the language barrier. It's all in Japanese, so unless you are fluent or have Google Translate on speed dial, you'll be winging it. Despite the flaws, would I recommend this? Sure, especially if you're a Devilman diehard. It's a blood-soaked journey with the iconic characters. But good luck finding it. You might need divine intervention or a fat wallet. In the macabre atmosphere of downtown LA hospital, the tale of Dr. Richter Harris unfolds. Suddenly going on a murderous spree, he sets the stage for a psychological horror adventure indie. Laura Harris, the doctor's daughter, becomes the protagonist tasked with untangling the enigma behind her father's descent into madness. However, the game takes an unexpected turn, shifting from the abandoned hospital to an austere castle, leaving players questioning the abrupt change. The game unfolds through Laura's eyes in a first-person perspective, dynamically shifting camera angles for an immersive experience. Spread across 3 PlayStation discs, de-emphasizes scenic beauty but sacrifices interactivity and intricate puzzles for atmospheric delivery. Movement is pre-rendered, guiding Laura through puzzles, visions, and scares in various settings. While Laura's visuals and animations may have flaws, Dee compensates by offering a powerful sensation of stepping into her shoes. Despite shockingly vivid visions from her past, the game successfully immerses players in Laura's headspace, creating a disturbing and empathic experience. The puzzles, although basic, avoid traditional point-and-click elements, ensuring user-friendliness. Keys, tools, and weapons drive the puzzles, lacking complexity but contributing to the overarching mystery. Dee also integrates a hint feature through a compact mirror, offering visual clues and gradually shattering as it provides assistance. Notably, the game avoids physical violence, relying on time as the primary adversary, introducing a 2-hour time limit that adds imaginary tension. Dee stands as a horror experience prioritizing sensory immersion and compelling mystery over complex gameplay. Its unique storytelling and perspective make it a strange pleasure for horror enthusiasts, offering a powerful yet short-lived journey into Laura's unsettling reality. In the twisted realm of Paranoia Escape, you are hurled into an unexplained hell, a nightmarish landscape pulsating with flesh and bizarre creatures. Developed by VFX artist Screaming Mad George, this PlayStation pinball game is a mind-bending odyssey. Hell's playground is coated with eyes in the walls, floors of gaping mouths, and skeletal imps armed with bone pedals guiding a flaming ball. This isn't your typical pinball experience. It's a descent into madness. Anti-realism mastermind Joji Tani injects his film special effects brilliance into the game. The result? A nightmarish visual feast that defies description. Breaking away from conventions, Paranoia Escape offers a first-person perspective, control skeletal imps, traverse 3D landscapes, and face challenges beyond standard pinball fare. It's a wide, unconventional ride. The game has 9 levels, each with unique objectives: defeat bosses, navigate demonic obstacles, and retrieve your ball from airborne fish. A live bar adds danger, making this pinball journey more than just flipping pedals. Organic holes, infected intestines, and absurd cities create a gory, ridiculous, and repulsive universe. The punk soundtrack with hints of aggression and dark wave complements the nightmarish visuals. Paranoia Escape transcends traditional pinball experiences. In just half an hour, you'll traverse strange creatures, surreal landscapes, and an unconventional marriage of pinball and horror. It's not your average game. It's an intriguing oddity, leaving an indelible mark. Buckle up, aliens. Thrillkill was the PlayStation game that never saw the light. And oh boy, it would have set the gaming world on fire. Developed by Paradox Development, it promised chaos in its purest form. So you die, and surprise, you are in hell. But Maruka, the goddess of secrets, has a twisted idea. 10 damned souls fighting for a shot at rebirth. How? By annihilating each other in the most gruesome ways possible. Think demonic Fight Club with a reincarnation twist. So the game's rating? Adults only. And for what? Violence. Thrillkill didn't just push the boundaries, it obliterated them. The game proudly wore the adults only rating, serving up violence that would make Mortal Kombat blush. Out with the regular life bars, in with the kill meter. It fills with every brutal attack, unleashing the Thrillkill finisher once maxed out. A move that's pure demonic artistry. And the game is a 4-player hell brawl. Imagine a 3D arena where you and 3 others hellspawn go at it in a all-out demonic free-for-all. Closed environments, no holds barred, and chaos incarnate. Thrillkill's characters are explicit nightmares brought to life. Thrillkill never hit the shelves, but its legacy haunts the realms of code gaming. Controversial, chaotic, and a bit crazy. It is the game that dared to dance with the devil and got banned for its troubles. So, as we step back into the real world, the echoes of these otherworldly experiences remain, inviting you to delve deeper into the abyss of the obscure. I'm Gabe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, keep gaming.
That's disgusting.